Let me begin with a question. What is the secret formula that transforms a mere video game into a beloved masterpiece, cherished by fans and lauded by critics? What if I told you that it's not just about stunning visuals or innovative gameplay? Stick around as we uncover the 10 mesmerizing reasons that have made Baldur's Gate 3 a beloved masterpiece. In the year 2023, where microtransactions in video games have clearly become a norm, whether offering shortcuts to a more powerful game or additional story content or quests or cosmetic items like skins and XP boosters to progress easily in the game, here comes Larian Studios' Baldur's Gate 3 like a knight in shining armor, demonstrating a commitment to maintain the integrity of the series with absolutely zero microtransactions and directing its resources and energy toward creating and crafting a rich world, engaging story and compelling gameplay mechanics without the distraction of monetization strategies. Larian Studios made it clear there will never be any microtransactions in their games ever. Baldur's Gate 3 is a classic example of dynamic storytelling, something which we saw in The Witcher 3 and BioWare's Mass Effect 2, where the game weaves an intricate web, branching storylines that are defined by every decision you make. The tale doesn't just adapt, it transforms, depending on your choices and the result of dice rolls. In fact, as per Asturian actor Neil Newborn, he compared playing his role to acting in a multiverse or a multi-Starian verse, where each version of his character is unique owing to the flexible and dynamic storytelling leading to dynamic character development. A bit earlier, we spoke about the countless narrative permutations and combinations the game offers. But before you even get to the meat of the actual story, trust me, you will get lost in the character creation menu. A character creation screen could hold the power to transport players into a realm of boundless imagination and immersion, and Baldur's Gate 3 accomplishes this with grace. Not only can you customize your character's physical features, race, background, class, and abilities and create unique builds, but your race, your background, and your class will heavily impact your abilities, your proficiencies, your dialogue options, and your character's interactions with elements in the game world. And if this wasn't enough, the game also adds multi-classing, an ability to switch to another character, the option to respec your character as many times as you want, and even introduces Dragonborn and Half-Orc to the series. Imagine a world where pixels transform into living, breathing landscapes that beckon you to step inside. In Baldur's Gate 3, the visuals are more than just eye candy, from meticulously crafted environments to intricate character details. The game's visuals, even if not extraordinary, do breathe life into the digital world. The opening sequence itself is a sight to behold. It gave me chills and felt right off my darkest and deepest nightmares. The tentacles of the Sphincter ship casting shadows, encircling towers, destroying the town and its inhabitants only to be interrupted by fire-breathing dragons showcases the high production quality of Larian Studios. This is even reflected in the characters, their body movements, their facial animations, and the elemental effects during combat that even complement the immersive ambience. They all work so well. While growing up, I always imagined while playing the tabletop Dungeons and Dragons if this could ever be translated into a digital realm. Enter Baldur's Gate 3, a game that defies the boundaries of imagination and technology. Baldur's Gate 3 meticulously knits together everything you ever loved about Dungeons and Dragons tabletop games into a realm of pixels and algorithms. The collaborative storytelling with endless possibilities, check. Critical thinking, check. Teamwork, check. Creativity and improvisation, check. Learning each other's perspectives, check. Moral compasses, insights, and individual personalities and values, check. And an entertainment that transcends its boundaries and collectively contributes to greatness, check. Baldur's Gate 3 empowers you to experiment and improvise just as you would with friends in a living room. In Baldur's Gate 3, the co-op experience isn't just a side feature, but a captivating realm of its own. True to the previously discussed love for tabletop games, Baldur's Gate 3 allows you to create or join a party of 4 friends and play and unveil the secrets of the game's absolutely rich narrative. Speaking about the narrative, it's tailor-made to accommodate multiple players, where each player is integral to the story. Players must strategize, communicate, and make decisions collectively effectively, mirroring the dynamics of a rich adventuring party. This sense of unity not only enhances gameplay but also strengthens the bonds between players, whether they are family, friends, or new acquaintances. The dynamic nature of the world makes each co-op playthrough a unique experience since it can also be played via split screen and also supports local co-op. Combat in Baldur's Gate 3 isn't just a mechanic but a pulse-pounding symphony of strategy and complex mechanics with a steep learning curve, true to the tabletop D&D experience that all begins by rolling a dice. I mean literally a digital dice. The strategic depth, including positioning, terrain, and character abilities, ensures that every encounter demands thoughtful planning, making victories incredibly satisfying. The unpredictability of each battle adds to the addictive nature, owing to robust and emergent gameplay. Unforeseen interactions like a seemingly minor spell causing a cascade of events create an element of surprise that keeps players engaged and eager to always experiment. We have all encountered the anticipation of progressing in a game only to find ourselves stuck in a cycle of repetitive tasks that drain hours of gameplay and are monotonous and boring as hell. Enter Baldur's Gate 3 with absolutely no forced grinding imposed upon its players. You gain XP just by exploring the game world, engaging in addictive combat discussed earlier, conversing with characters, discovering new areas and their hidden secrets, solving puzzles, and basically everything that makes the progression natural, where challenges are surmounted through wit and strategy and not hours of repetitive tasks. RPGs are a place where we gamers love to create virtual connections, a digital world where we can master intimacy, where romance isn't just a feature but a journey in itself. Romance in Baldur's Gate 3 isn't just pushed into the game for the sake of companionship, but it crafts relationships that mirror the complexity of human emotions. With endless classes to choose from, the game allows you to choose your romance options from individuals with intricate backstories and distinct personalities, built with exquisite writing and stellar voice acting. Each character you seduce is very different while you work through each relationship via meaningful conversations. By paying attention to the likes and dislikes, and your chosen one will also judge you based on your interactions with others and how you handle situations around yourself. We have all been there, being excited about a new game only to find it lacks depth, is unfinished, or feels unfinished. Baldur's Gate 3 is just a complete game, a game that was launched as a complete package with no hidden monetizations, skins, or unfinished story arcs or side quests. But this game is brimming with content that is redefining the gaming industry standards to a huge degree. And it's complete to such an extent that some developers consider Baldur's Gate 3 an anomaly that should not be considered as a standard for future RPG games and even described as rockstar level nonsense for scope. We saw this happening earlier when Elden Ring was released, and it's deja vu all over again. As consumers, if there is a $70 price tag on a game, we should expect a complete game, a complete experience, and not some half-baked, half-finished early access beta experience. And no wonder Baldur's Gate 3 is getting love from players and critics alike. And there you have it, 10 undeniable reasons why we love Baldur's Gate 3 so much, and why it's a huge W for Larian Studios. By the way, we covered 10 major details on Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty and 10 reasons behind Diablo 4's record-breaking sales too. Go ahead and check them out as well. Until next time, keep gaming and keep gossiping.